Hi, welcome in. I'm glad you made it. My name is Ariana. Could I ask your name?
Hi, my name is Ate.
Ate, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
If you don't mind, could I ask you what your pronouns are?
She, her.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay, so I am a social worker here at UCF. Today we are going to be doing your initial interview. We're here to discuss some things that have been going on. I'm not here to judge you. I want you to that this is a safe space to share things and what's on your mind. I'm not here to judge you or dictate what to do. Just so you know, I do have to give you a brief statement about our confidentiality policy. Everything you say here in this room is confidential. However, if you do make any statements about wanting to harm yourself or others, I would have to report that to the appropriate authorities, whether that be Department of Child Protective Services, Elder Protective Services, or the police. Do you understand what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, and then just before we begin, is it okay if I take some notes while we talk?
Yes.
All right. And so I've heard that you've been having some trouble managing things in your life. Could you tell me more about that?
So I started my third semester here, and in the start of the semester, unfortunately, my grandma got sick, so I had to become kind of like her caregiver in a way. So I don't have time to fully balance school and taking care of her.
Okay, I understand. How does this management of roles, how does that make you feel, like emotionally?
It just feels like there's a lot going on, and I don't know how to handle it.
So I'm hearing like you feel very overwhelmed in life. Is there anything else that contributes to that other than your grandmother and your in school?
I also have my own apartment, so I work full time too. So I'm a student and I work and I have to take care of my grandma. So it's kind of rough.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I definitely understand why you would feel like that. Caregiving, especially to somebody who's older, is not easy. You know, I can't say that I've been there personally, but I definitely understand what you mean. Do you feel like you have any help in your situation?
Yes, my aunt sometimes helps, but my grandma's mostly with me throughout the week.
Okay. So your aunt, do you have anybody else that lives in the house with you? Or?
It's just me and my grandma.
Oh, okay. So how do you manage to fit all of your responsibilities in your schedule?
I don't know, honestly. I think I try to do everything in one day, and that's why I get overwhelmed.
Okay. So what do you think that coming here, how do you think I can help you with your goals? What are your goals?
Hopefully I can know how to multitask better and then plan ahead and stop procrastinating as much as I do right now.
I understand. Procrastination sneaks up on you, you know, especially when you have so much other things to do. I understand. It must be so very hard. Would you say that, you know, your professors or your managers have been understanding of your situation, like giving you some slack or anything like that?
I would say yes. Like for the most part, when I need time off, they allow me to take it off.
Including like with your professors, like do they allow you to, you know, for an extension if something's going on at home?
Sometimes, but then I also just want to be respectful of their time, and I don't want to ask for a lot of extensions because it's not really their problem, you know.
I get that, yeah. Well, I mean, asking for help is definitely important. I think it's very brave to ask for help. Here at UCF, we try to be understanding as possible, especially with your major. You are in social work, so you know we would like to think that those professors would be more understanding. So back to grandma and home. Does she have like any like special needs, like, you know what I mean, like is she like disabled, or is she moving, like how do you take care of her?
For mostly she is pretty mobile on her own, but I do have to make her food, make her bed, take her to appointments and stuff like that.
Okay, so yeah, dealing with elderly care, it's definitely a lot. Sorry, just give me a second so I can think of some other questions I can ask you. So when it comes to your grandmother, how does she treat you? Would you say that she's understanding of all your responsibilities? Does she help you, give you like some slack when it comes to her own caregiving?
Yes, I think so. I think she's just happy to be helped at home.
Okay. So how did she come to be with you? Like, did you offer to take her in, or it just kind of happened?
I did offer to take her in because she's more comfortable with me. So I felt bad, so I allowed her to stay with me.
That's actually very kind, believe it or not. A lot of people would not sacrifice their space in their home to take care of their, family, especially an elderly person who needs a lot more help. So that's something to be proud of, that you have a giving soul, nurturing soul. So as far as your schedule, could you break that down for me?
So from Monday to Wednesday, I work in the morning so I can have class in the midday, and then at night I take care of my grandma. And then from Thursday to Sunday, I work at night so I can go to my morning classes, and in the midday between, I can take care of my grandma, and then at night I will work and come back home to her.
Okay, so your schedule is definitely sporadic. It's not very set. It sounds like you have to wake up early on some days but not the others, and then go to class some days but not the others. That's definitely, I could understand how that could be stress inducing. That sounds like a lot. Is there anything that you'd like to change personally about your schedule if you could?
I would probably like more time in my classes, or more time focusing on my classes, because I feel like I could, since it's such an overwhelming schedule, I feel like I could neglect my class times, and then that would cause me to fall behind.
Yeah, I understand how that would make you feel like that. Higher education, especially university work, is no joke. It definitely takes a lot of effort to maintain a good grade and keep up with classes. So, you said you would like more time with classes. I find that interesting because a lot of people, when they want to narrow or make more time for themselves, they would rather take like online classes. Is that something you're interested in, or you'd rather not?
I feel like I could do online classes, but maybe I don't want to, since it's online, maybe I'll forget more about it, if that makes sense, or it won't be as good of a learning experience as it would have been in person.
Okay, so you think that having something to go to, like creating that routine, is beneficial to your education process?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
But then it's also tough because that means I don't have enough space or in my schedule to do anything else.
Okay, so you probably, I'm guessing or based off what you're telling me, I'm sensing that you're feeling stretched pretty thin, like as if you don't have time for yourself. Is there anything that you do, like any hobbies, any friends you hang out with, anything extracurricular that you might do here at the school, or?
I hang out with my friends in school when I do have classes here. And then at home, sometimes with my grandma, I can watch TV with her and draw and do my homework with her.
Okay, so your relationship with your grandmother, would you say it's like a good one, like friendly?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, you think that helps with the caretaking overall?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, that's good. Would you say that your home is a safe space for you, or do you think that you rather like avoid it?
I think I wouldn't say that I dread going home, but it's definitely tough from going from work to school to house. I feel like I don't really get a lot of enjoyment in doing anything anymore.
So let's say in a regular day, right? You go to work and then school and then you go home and you have to take care of your grandmother. Let's say you put your grandmother to bed. And then finally you have whatever semblance of alone time to yourself. What would that time look like?
I just like scrolling on my phone. Yeah.
Do you think that scrolling on your phone helps you decompress with your day, or do you think it might add to more like anxious thoughts or tendencies?
I think it helps me decompress.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that helps you. A lot of times, scrolling on the phone, sometimes, it definitely can help decompress. Other times, we go into this doom scroll. But I'm glad that, that helps you, and I'm glad that you know that. Would you say that there are any other like coping skills that you have that you implement in your everyday life?
I like to draw.
Okay, drawing. Anything else?
I like watching TV also.
TV, okay. I get that. That's I'm not much of an artist, but I love to watch TV, just like anybody. And again, I'm glad that you know that helps you and helps you decompress. So we're getting a little close to the end of our time. I know we've covered a good amount of things. My question for you would be, what do you see getting out of this, our professional relationship? Is there anything specific that you would like to work on? Any like goals we can set moving forward?
I would like to not procrastinate as much with my classes, and then maybe discuss maybe getting some online classes or more coping skills to help handle the stress.
Okay. And then would you say that the stress coming from your responsibilities and your overall situation, would you say that that has led to any feelings of like depression, anxiety, or like avoidance patterns?
I think it's just a little bit, just a little bit of depression on certain things, but I just, yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. I'm very much glad that you reached out today. I know that asking for help is a lot, especially in a world where we're taught to be strong and fight for ourselves. I'm very glad that you came out today. I would just like to wrap up our session. So just to summarize what we were talking about, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, you're having an issue with balancing your time and your responsibilities, whether that be through the means of school, work, and caretaking. That's putting a lot of stress on you, and you're looking for better ways to manage, not only in school here at UCF where I can help you the most, but also with coping skills and your time outside. Is that what I'm understanding? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that we've come to this end. I'm glad we wrapped it up nice and nice for our next session. Just let's make another appointment for next week, and we can continue, and we can explore more about your the issues you're facing with management. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.